Welcome back to Living in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're looking for new construction in the Atlanta, Georgia area, you landed on the right video today. We're going to be showing you this model home built by Toll Brothers, and you guys are going to absolutely love it. We're located in Cobb County, where everyone is trying to be. We're going to talk about what's included, what's not included, and you guys are going to want to take a look at this floor plan because it's one of the few that we have seen where it checks all the boxes of what our clients are looking for. And stay tuned to the very end. We're going to talk about the price and some of the homes that are available in this community right now with some amazing incentives. But enough all that. Let's get inside and make sure you comment. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Let's get right into it. Come on in. Welcome to this floor plan. We are at the model home of the hillside here at Toll Brothers. And now this community is fantastic. However, they're pretty close to getting sold out. So if you're thinking that this might be the one, act on it fast. There's only about 20 more. But enough all that. Let's get inside of this home. We're going to show you everything that this model home is included with, and then some things that are a little bit extra. This living room feels very big, simply because you have 10-foot ceilings, 8-foot doorways. There's no posts that are kind of blocking the entrance from the kitchen into the living room. So a lot of space in here. And then what my favorite thing is, you get a lot of natural light coming in. These lights are not very bright, and yet it seems very bright in this room. So you get a lot of natural light. Blake, cameraman, welcome to the show today. I know Amber's out showing property, so we got you here today. But what are your thoughts of this living room and kitchen setup?
What's up, man? Yeah, I love the fact that they've got all these different textures going, the colors.
Yeah.
This is a huge wide open space too for hosting, entertaining.
For sure.
They really did it up in this one, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So normally in this floor plan, you're not going to get a fireplace. You're not going to get some other features. We'll talk about what the cost is. For example, this is about $7,500 to get a fireplace put in, or if you want shelves, that's also additional. So right over on this side, you do have the kitchen. But before we go into the kitchen, I do want to touch base on this beautiful slider. Earlier you mentioned this being a great home for entertaining, especially when you open this up. I know the backyard in these Toll Brothers communities make you just want to do everything to your backyard. But come on out here, Blake. Let's take a look at this. You'll notice that when you open this up, you get a lot of fresh air coming into the home, make it easy to go outside, barbecuing the burgers, watching the kids play, entertaining, drinking a glass of wine, whether that's for breakfast, for dinner, that's up to you. But you guys can absolutely enjoy this beautiful scenery. Now in Georgia, the weather's phenomenal. We're creeping into May and it's mid 70s. So if you're relocating, moving to Atlanta, Georgia, this is the weather that you can expect here in the springtime. It's phenomenal. It's beautiful. I will say though, pollen can get to you. So if that is something that bothers you, reach out. We'll talk about what kind of pollen may bother you before you move out here. But come on in, let's get this shut. I know they got the air going. Let's keep on going into the kitchen. But the kitchen has got a really good flow to it. A lot of people want the sink that's kind of opened up to the living room, and this has just that, with a lot of cabinet space behind me, but also a lot of counter space here. Whether you have kids or adult friends coming over and hanging out with you, there's a way to entertain here and also still have people over there. But you got a lot of space on the countertop, and also the countertops in the back here. Some people may be asking, well, Rob, where's the pantry? And we're going to show you where that pantry is in a minute. A lot of people are looking for a floor plan like this because they're tired of a small pantry. When you have a home that is this big, about 3,400 square feet, 5-bed, typically you need a big pantry. We're going to show you where that's at. But Blake, what are your thoughts of the kitchen, my man?
Wide open. I love this huge island right here. I can see, just cooking, have plenty of counter space, plenty of storage space for everything. So
and
it's really functional.
Yeah, and this community, we're set up on gas. So that is huge for me. I don't like cooking on electric cooktop. This is a gas, is a 5-burner. Now, this kitchen's upgraded from the colors to the cabinets, you name it. Toll Brothers does a very good job in showing you what you can do with these floor plans. You're going to typically see quite a bit of upgrades in the home, sometimes even in the basements. In this community, there are homes with a basement lot. So we'll show you that toward the end of the video. We'll talk about the pricing, talk about what is left and all that good stuff. But yeah, you're right, Blake. A lot of space back here. If you're cooking, got multiple things going on, and a ton of cabinet space on this side. Come around over here, Blake. You'll see that you also have cabinet space here on the island, whether this is for a trash can or additional storage space and drawers. This has a lot of space here in the kitchen. You also have the big tub sink, and then your dishwasher here next to the sink. Now, yeah, great floor plan, but let's shoot over here. I want to show you this double wall oven. A lot of clients are looking for a double wall oven, not just a wall oven and a microwave. This has the double combination. So if you like to host big Thanksgiving or big parties and you cook a lot, this would be a great setup. But come back here. Let's show you that pantry. And actually, I'll let you go back there. Not enough space for us to both be in there. But that is the pantry there. A lot of space in there. A lot of, storage goes all the way up to the ceiling, which once again is 10-foot ceilings. And then you also have drawers on this side. The junk mail, the extra mail, all this stuff, because this is going to come in from the garage as a 2-car garage. Right now it's set up as their office. We're not going to go in there. They got a client in there right now, but you'll come in kind of your drop zone, put the stuff that you don't need, and then shoot right into the kitchen. But let's keep on going over here because I want to show you some of these other things that Toll Brothers done as far as an upgrade, what is standard, what is not. Right here, when we were coming in, you may have noticed there is an office. This can be an office or a flex room. So the only difference is how wide the walls are in the doorway. Come in and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute here. But yeah, this is a good office space. Lots of natural light coming in depending on the direction that your home is facing. Once again, 10-foot ceilings, enough to have a desk in here. But if you want to, have this be a playroom or maybe a fitness room, you can do that as well. Because if you turn the camera around, Blake, and show you right over here, typically what you'll have is this doorway will be opened up and the walls will go about here. So it'd be a bigger opening. To make this an office is an additional cost, but you're not going to have these sliding doors. You're going to have more of the double door glass entry to get in. So that would be the office right there. And then another feature that a lot of our clients are looking for is a downstairs bedroom and bathroom. Every single model home, every single floor plan in this community has that feature. So if you're looking for a primary bedroom on the main, that's different. This is a bedroom bathroom with a primary upstairs. So I like this because if you have in-laws, if you have guests coming over, it's a perfect place to kind of throw them down here. They have their own little area. They have their own bathroom. And if you need a secondary bathroom on the main floor, well, this floor plan has it too. I'll show you where that is at. But yeah, you have great space in here. That's about a queen size bed with nightstands on both sides. And then right over here, you have the closet. So still a good amount of space for a guest to come over. What I always notice that people are doing is in the guest room, they're taking their winter clothes if it's summertime or their summer clothes if it's wintertime, putting it down here just because you don't always need it and the guests aren't filling this whole spot. But if you have the in-laws living with you, it's plenty of space if they are living here with you to be able to store all their stuff and still have a dresser over here and you name it. So good space down here. A little tight in here. I'm running into all the walls, and that's what Amber does when she's on video. She just runs into everything. A couple clients call her out on it. It's pretty funny. Right over here, you do have another closet. What I love about this closet, it's deep, so you can put extra totes, extra things in there, but you also have a light in the closet. Can't stand when builders don't put a light in the closet. I just don't understand why they don't do that. Toll Brothers did it here. And earlier I mentioned, if you're looking for a secondary bathroom on the main, because maybe you have someone who's living here with you, living on the primary, well, this is going to be your guest bathroom for anyone coming over. You have a very simple half bathroom right down here. Now, this is an upgrade feature. If that is something that you want, let us know, because when we go to do the build process, we can let the sales agents know to include that on the build out process for you. Now, if you're looking for a home here in this area and you need to move in the next 30 days, well, they have homes that are already ready to go, ready to be sold, and they have some amazing incentives going on right now. Like I said, they're at the final closeout period of this community. So we showed you more or less most of what's going on down here in the primary. Let's shoot upstairs and we'll show you everything that's up there. Welcome to the second floor. Now, this model is set up with this generous size loft. We're going to show you the bedrooms, including the primary and the washer and dryer. My favorite feature, in fact, Amber's favorite feature, is where the washer and dryer is set up. If you've been watching our videos, you already know we release videos every single Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in. If you're not liking this floor plan or you want to check out more floor plans, take a look at all of our different videos that we have for you. Everything about new construction here in Atlanta, Georgia. But this is the second floor. I'm really enjoying the second floor loft. And the reason for that is I have 2 young kids and they love to have their personal space. They want to be close to mom and dad, but they also want to have their own space. And I can just see the kids up here playing video games, reading books, hanging out, not too far away from the parents, but just enough space where they can kind of feel like they're on their own. But yeah, good amount of space up here. This one has the recessed lighting. There's some speakers built in. You also have the shelves. This is not included in the purchase of the home, but gives you a really good idea of what you can do having a contractor come in post closing, throw this together for you. You can also arrange this a little bit different. Come over here, Blake, and you'll see that there is a corner little couch seat cushion here, so you have extra storage. If you want to store the video games, you could do an idea like that. And then we're talking about the outlets here, Blake. If you kind of show the camera, you have outlets here on the ground, and the reason for that is sometimes people have electric couches. So if you want to put your electric couch up against the railing and still be able to plug in without the light, without the cord running throughout the loft, you can do that. So I love that Toll Brothers thought of that, because that is just something our clients are looking for. And it's not, it's something you can really add after the matter. So love they do that. Now, this isn't the open ceilings that we've seen on some of the other Toll Brothers, the Rosewater, the other floor plans that we've shown. But I love that it comes up right over the spiral staircase. You have the chandelier and very tall ceilings. It makes it more of a grand entrance when you're coming upstairs. So I like that. Once again, you get a lot of natural light in this home. Toll Brothers does a phenomenal job with placing the windows in the correct places so that you get a lot of natural light, regardless of the direction your home faces. So let's go back here. I'm going to show you this hallway. We're going to show you what's down on this side, and we're going to show you what's down on this side. We're going to start over here first. This is going to be bedroom number 1 and 2 on this wing of the home. And then if you're looking for an ensuite, well, that's going to be behind you, plus the primary. We'll get to that in just a minute, and we're going to show you that laundry room that Amber absolutely loves. But this is bedroom number 1 upstairs. Once again, you get a lot of the built-in items, kind of give you that idea of what you can do. It's not really set up for a bedroom, more or less an arts and crafts room. Very adorable. But if you need it for a kid's bedroom, you can do that as well, because right behind the door getting into the room, you do have a closet. Good amount of space for a kid or children. Probably even a set of twins can go in here if you wanted to, because by the time you remove this built-in, you're going to have more space. But you do have 9-foot ceilings here on the second floor. Down on the main floor are 10-foot ceilings. So the ceilings are a little bit shorter up here, but sometimes you'll see 8-foot ceilings on the second floor. So Toll Brothers has 9-foot ceilings, still gives you a lot of space, a recessed lighting. You also have the J box in all the bedrooms. So if you need a ceiling fan, which I highly recommend for the summertime here in Georgia, you can do that. All right, let's swing on over to this side. Before we go into this room, pan in there, that is the bathroom that is shared between both of these bedrooms on this wing of the home. So it's very easy for both these kids to share that bathroom. They also, it doesn't have 2 sinks. Maybe something Toll Brothers should have done on this floor plan, but brings up the price a little bit more. So I like that they put the bathroom for these 2 bedrooms. Now this room feels a little bit bigger, and the reason for that is you don't have the built-ins like you do on the other room. So if you remove the built-ins on the other room, it feels a little bit bigger. But this is about a queen size bed, nightstands on each side, still room for a dresser, everything that a child's looking for. Another thing I do want to show you is that Toll Brothers, they do pretty thick baseboards on all their new builds. So I love that 5-6-inch baseboards. So those are all the small things that a lot of our clients are walking in to maybe a resale home versus a new construction. You'll start seeing a big difference, unless on the resale homes, they're upgrading that. So on these new constructions, I mean, they have amazing incentives. They have warranties on the homes, which a lot of clients love the warranty process, whether it's a 1-year, 2-year, or 10-year. If you want to know more about that, reach out. We'll talk about that. But this is the closet for this room. Once again, on this side, wall to wall, basically, enough space for a child. All right, let's keep on going. We're going to get to Amber's favorite part here, Blake. We're going to get into this in just a second. This is where the laundry room, we're going to show you how this is really cool. But first, I want to show you the ensuite. Go ahead and stick the camera in there. This is an ensuite with its own bathroom. And a lot of clients are looking for a bedroom with its own bathroom on the second floor. Maybe they have an older teenager. Great space, close to the primary. You still have a good sized walk-in closet. And Blake, if you flip that camera, take a look at that bathroom. That is the ensuite bathroom that comes with this bedroom. So I like that. Once again, you have a lot of natural light. It looks out into this generous sized backyard. Now, Toll Brothers upgrades their backyards, and all the model homes, they do a great job. Don't get too excited. This is not what it comes like, but those backyards are phenomenal. And once again, it kind of gives you an idea of what you can do with your backyard once you move in. If you're relocating to Atlanta, Georgia, or maybe you're moving within Atlanta, Georgia, reach out to us. We help clients just like you relocate, get into new construction and resale. So we love to be able to have that opportunity. So if you're thinking about relocating, give us a call. But welcome on into the primary bedroom. What are some things that you like about this primary bedroom?
It's
Like,
huge, first of all.
yeah,
I like the size of it. I like this tray ceiling they've got here.
yeah,
It's kind of unique. You don't see that often
yeah.
with the
Well,
wood.
point the camera up there and show them what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
Get it up there. Yeah, you got the tray ceiling. So, like I said earlier, you have the 9 foot ceilings. Now, with the tray ceilings, that's going to make it 10 foot. So, it makes it feel even bigger than maybe the other rooms on the second floor. Once again, you have the recessed lighting, you have the speaker. I love the accent wood that they put up there. Amber loves that. She loves the barn door looks, all that stuff. She would be in love with this home. Amber's out showing property today. We're just getting too busy, I guess, to be able to do it together. But that is what it is. You guys are loving Amber. Reach out to us. I can help you. Blake can help you. We can all help you find homes here in Atlanta, Georgia. But yeah, primary bedroom, great space. That is a big bed. Once again, nightstands on each side. Got a lot of natural light coming in. Now, a lot of people ask, what direction is the primary bedroom facing when it comes to the front yard or the backyard? This is the backyard once again. So I like when a primary bedroom faces the backyard. It's a little more of that privacy factor. Once again, if you have a primary bedroom up in the front, it's not really as private because you're constantly having those windows blocked out unless you live on a big piece of land, or got your own privacy, I guess. All right, come on into the primary bathroom. I love this primary bathroom. We're going to start with that tub. I can't stand when the tubs are just too small to get into. That is plenty of space for anyone, probably up to 7 foot, I would say. A lot of space in there. A lot of natural light coming in with the big window. And then of course you have the massive shower head right up there. Amber's always talking about having a rain shower, and really it's because she likes the water coming from every which way direction. This one actually has three. You have one here, you have one over here, if you can see it over here, Blake, and then you also have the rain shower here. Still a lot of space in here, and you can see the different knobs for what shower head you're going to use. You have the cutout, but the colors they did in here, very subtle, very elegant. I like it. You have the shiplap on some of the walls here. You also have a pretty good sized counter space there for the primary bathroom. I know a lot of couples are going to share this space, and maybe the wife takes up, or maybe the husband, the spouse takes up more space. That's what Amber does to me. She takes up everything and leaves me with a little section. This would probably be my space. The rest would be Amber's, but I like the sinks that they have, very custom, the mirrors, everything. Once again, the model homes, Toll Brothers just really knocks it out of the park when it comes to setting up their model homes and giving you a very good idea. Now, not all builders do this, and it irritates me. Toll Brothers takes care of business, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say take care of business. You got a bathroom in the back to take care of business, and it's not staring into the shower. I don't know why they do that, but you have your own little backyard cave to do your business back there, and it's not interrupting someone getting ready or shower or bath. But come on into the primary closet. This is great space in here. It keeps on going. So you thought maybe this was it. It keeps on going all the way over here. So these are all the built-ins, the cabinets in here. A lot of space. If your spouse has more clothes than you guys can still both be in here. There's drawers, there's window, recessed lighting, lots of natural light in here. They brought the hardwood floors. I love the blonde oak floors that they have throughout the entire home. This is what I have in my home, and we get a lot of compliments. So we love this color. That is a blonde oak, if you're wondering what that is. And then also they ran the baseboards in the closet as well. Now, let's get over to what Amber absolutely loves. Blake loves this feature. I have not found someone who doesn't like this feature, and that is the laundry room connected to the primary bathroom. I'm sorry, the primary closet. And the reason for that is when you're doing your laundry and you want to put it away, most times people just leave it in the laundry or leave it in the dryer, or they make a pile here. It's so easy just to put it away. So those people that don't do it right away, there's no reason why you can't put your clothes away anymore, because it's right here. So it makes it easy. You also have a sink. This is an upgrade, but this is something that you can do. I like having a sink in the laundry room, and then you have the built-ins. Typically, you're just going to have the wire rack that comes across. At the design studio here at Toll Brothers, you can put in these colors. And this is kind of the colors that you'll see as a standard in the kitchen as well. So if you're wanting what's standard, this is that color that you'll be seeing. You also have the crawl space, the attic space above the laundry room. Once again, we talk about it not being in the primary closet. This is close to the closet. but still out of the way. All right, Blake, let's keep on going. Let's go back down because I want to talk about the floor plans that are available in this community. I want to talk about the price points, what's left. And I also want to talk about the schools that are in the area. A lot of people are moving to the Atlanta, Georgia area, different parts, whether it's northwest, east, south. They're looking for good schools. And Atlanta, Georgia, for the most part, has good schools, but there are some areas that don't have amazing schools or great schools. So if that is something that is important to you, reach out because we want to make sure that we put you where the good schools are, what you're looking for, whether you're for family, maybe you're 55 and over community, you name it, reach out to us. We'll pinpoint you in the exact location that you need to be in. Oh, there's where it is. I was wondering where the microwave is. So I talked about the double oven. There's your microwave. I don't know that that's a good idea, especially if you have toddlers. They'd be pushing every single button, leaving fingerprints all across that, and probably even cooking their own mac and cheese right in there. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that is a bad thing. But let's go into the sales office. We have Cadence here today. I don't know if they have any guests here. I don't think they do, but come on over here, Blake. All right, so this is the map of the community. If you can get close in there so they can see all this. This is where we're at. So we're at that blue dot right here. They do have a community pool that is in the process of being completed. That'll be done here in July. You also have stairs that go down to a walking trail. So a really nice community. Now, all the reds are all the ones that have sold. So you can see that there's quite a bit of red. There are some purple. The purple is the quick move-in. To give you a really good idea of what a quick move-in price would be, this lot is almost 13,000 square feet. There's no neighbors on one side. Let's go and click into it. This is a quick move in, so you can move in this month if you wanted to. If you are a cash buyer, you close on this in a couple weeks. But if you're going to do your financing through Toll Brothers, you can get this closed in about 30 days, maybe in 3 weeks. And this home on this lot that's already built is at $929,000, and that's after the incentives of using their lenders. So this is going to give you a 3-car garage. This is going to give you 4 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms, and then you have the primary bed on the second floor. It still has the chef inspired kitchen, a lot of other stuff going on. So let's kind of zoom out of this real quick. I want to show you, Blake, if you could step back. I know there's probably a little bit of a glare. Need to get back over to this side. So we got convenient location, neighborhood map. All right, so I want to talk about the schools. This is a map of where we're at. The city that we're actually in is outside of Atlanta. We're in Marietta, very close to Powder Springs. So we are right here. There's city of Marietta, there's Powder Springs. So we're kind of right in the middle there. You're about 30 minutes down to Atlanta. About 30 minutes. I don't know. You live in Woodstock. How far are we from Woodstock?
Woodstock is probably about 30 minutes to Atlanta.
So really 30 minutes to everything. Now, as far as the schools, you got good elementaries, middle school, high school, but you also have very good colleges. There's Kennesaw State University not too far. Chattahoochee Tech is right around the corner. So you're in a very good location. Cadence, I don't mean to interrupt you real quick. What were the HOAs in this community?
They range, they're going to be about 60 a month, sorry.
So the HOAs are about $60 a month. We talked about this giving you a pool. You also don't have a huge community. Sometimes when you get a lower HOA, that's because there's 200 homes in the community. This one only has 100 homes. Even they're about 75% sold out. Now, if you're looking for a basement lot, all these right here in the green are available. So those will have basement lots. Basement lots here at Toll Brothers, what I love is they give you the footprint of the main floor. So you get a good sized basement. They're going to run about 115, 120,000. Don't quote me on exactly, but somewhere in there. Like I said, if you're looking for a Toll Brothers, typically you're looking for more like that luxury build, that nicer build, quality product. Nothing wrong with some of the other builders, but Toll Brothers does a great job with that and making the upgrades kind of what you want. So you can expect us to pay a little bit more of Toll Brothers, but to get a very good quality product. So if you guys are thinking about relocating to Atlanta, Georgia, reach out. Phone number is on the screen below. But until the next one, you guys take care.